Welcome everybody, welcome to the current session of SoapUItutorial.com. In the earlier session I took up what a web service is. Right? Now in the current session I'll talk about SoapUI. What is SoapUI? We saw that web services is nothing but an implementation with the help of XML files. This was the request XML and this was the response XML. And this is a sample XML which I showed you for a simple ATM example. Right? Now if you want to test these XMLs, if you want to test these web services, then you use SoapUI as a tool. SoapUI can be used for functional as well as load testing of web services. Right? Functional testing means that suppose you have to read the name of the tags, for example, what is the value of the tag, this, you want to validate it and all other stuff. So you can do it with SoapUI. And for load testing as well, that is you put the load on your web service, you can also use SoapUI for that. Okay, so basically use SoapUI to manage XML documents, basically manage requests and response and see that what kind of request and response is coming up in form of XML. Right, now it is not just manual testing. Most people think that if you use SoapUI, then SoapUI you have to use manual way to test your web service. Automation is also available. You can automate the testing of your web services with the help of SoapUI. You can parameterize your test cases. That is, suppose you want to send one XML file but with different values, right? You have to execute one test case with different set of values. You can do that in SoapUI. You can automate it completely. You can generate reports. We have got reports like Excel based reports can be generated in SoapUI, then JUnit reports are available. So it is an end-to-end solution. It tests your web services, it parameterizes your test cases. A parameterization means that reading the data from some external source, right? And it generates the reports as well, that is JUnit or Excel based reports are generated. Fine. To do all this, SoapUI uses a language known as Groovy scripting. Fine. It is built on the top of Java. Okay, you can also integrate SoapUI with Eclipse. Eclipse is an editor for Java language and most of the people do that. Right, so in this course we will be using this. We will be using Groovy, we will be getting Eclipse into the picture as well. Groovy scripting is very important. Right, and that's what I will be covering in the initial part of the tutorials over here in SoapUItutorial.com. Fine, in the initial tutorials I will be covering Groovy scripting and all. So this is very important. It's an object oriented programming language which is similar to Java, right? So this is the backbone of SoapUI, Groovy language, right? So all the validations and all are done with it. Fine. We also integrate SoapUI with Jenkins. I'll talk about Jenkins later on. I don't want to talk about it right now with you. Okay, right? And it is available in various flavors. What do you mean by various flavors? SoapUI is available in various flavors. If you go to the website soapui.org, fine. The company which has made this product SoapUI is SmartBear. Fine. Now if you go to the download section, there are various downloads available for SoapUI. The first link is download SoapUI. This is the free version of SoapUI, which you can simply download and install on your machine. Right? It will never expire, but it's got a lot of you can say drawbacks, not drawbacks but limitations. Fine, there are a lot of limitations in the free version. Okay, if you look at the download link again, you have the download SoapUI trial link and download SoapUI Pro. Fine, this is download SoapUI trial. You can fill out the form and download the trial version. The trial version is actually for the Pro. There are two versions of SoapUI. One is the open source version which I just talked about out here. You can download it and you can simply install it. The trial version is actually the trial for this Pro version. Fine, you can download it. The trial is for some days and after that it will expire. Fine, there is a difference between the Pro version and the simple SoapUI which is open source. In the Pro version, many things they are inbuilt. You have to write less of code, but in the Pro version you have to write more of code. Okay, this is the overall difference. So There are two versions, one is free version and one is the pro version. Free version you can download and use it forever, it's got limited features. The pro version has got all the features, you can download it and you can use it on the trial basis for some days. Okay, so I'll talk about how to download and install it. That's not a big deal. It's just like installing any other software. You download it, keep on clicking next, 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 and it will install on your system. Okay, the installation is not so complex, right? So SoapUI as a tool can be used to automate or manually test your web services, generate reports and all. It uses Groovy language, right? And it's available in different flavors, free version and pro version, right? And it supports protocols like SOAP, REST, HTTP, etc. What are these protocols? What do you mean by protocols? I told you that. Fine. How is SoapUI used? SoapUI is used to test XMLs like this. Now if two different entities are communicating with each other, right? Suppose I'll take up a very simple example, that is just a minute. These are two different entities, right? Suppose this is an application which is made in, say, just a minute, Java language, right? This is an application made in Java language, just a minute, yeah, and another application out here made in the language, say, C#. Now both these languages are different, okay, and suppose both the applications have to communicate with each other. So obviously they will do with the help of web services, XML, right? Now there has to be a particular way in which these applications communicate. There has to be a particular protocol, right? Giving you a very simple example, if you talk about, say, for example, a very simple example is like, say, the air traffic controller, right? This is the air traffic controller and this is the aeroplane flying above. So when they talk to each other, they follow a specific protocol. They follow specific terminology in which both the tower and the plane, they communicate with each other. They don't just use plain English language and just talk to each other, right? There are various formalities involved between them, right? Similarly, when two different applications, they communicate with each other with the help of web service, they have to follow a certain protocol. The protocol should be such that it ensures, firstly, there is security in the communication, right? Secondly, it should be to the point, right? And there has to be a specific format for the communication, right? So all these things are defined by various protocols available in the industry. So I'll be talking about those protocols now. Like there's a protocol called SOAP protocol, REST protocol, HTTP protocol. HTTP is a normal web protocol, but these are the two basic protocols, SOAP and REST protocol, which are famous these days for implementing web service. Okay, so if you have to do web service communication, or if you have to do XML based communication between two different systems, you can follow protocols like these, SOAP and REST. They will actually make your life very easy. So what I'll do is I'll move further now and I'll talk about these protocols in detail.